Hi, my name is Roiahtate. I'm the program manager at Tewatohnhi'saktha, and we're here today just to talk about the Mentor Student Intern Program that Tewatohnhi'saktha hosts. I have here with us Belle Phillips, Tahothoratie Cross, Luzinan, and we just want to get some feedback on their experiences in the Mentor Student Intern Program as students and as supervisors. So I'll send it off to the students to introduce themselves.
So I'll go first. So I've been participating in Mentor Student Intern for about 4 years now. The first 2 years I was at Champlain College and I was an Indigenous Student Ambassador. Now that I'm at Concordia University, I'm studying human relations with a minor in First People Studies, and I'm now working as the Youth Programs Assistant at Tewatohnhi'saktha through the program.
I'm Tahothoratie Cross. I'm currently an entrepreneurship student at Champlain College, St. Lambert. And I'm also an Indigenous Student Ambassador at Champlain College, which is run through the mentorship program along with TANU. And I'm also the post-secondary representative on the Kahnawake Combined Schools Committee, where I'm also currently the interim vice chair.
I'm Tewatohnhi'saktha. I'm the executive director for the First Nations Adult Education School Council. We've applied to the Mentor the Intern for going on to our 4th year this year to support the Indigenous Student Ambassadors Program at Champlain College.
That's awesome. I really appreciate having everyone participate in our program, and I'm really interested to get to know your experience with the program. But just before we start getting into that, I just want to give a little bit of information on the program. So it's for full-time students. It's anyone who's in a full-time post-secondary program can participate in the Mentor Student Intern Program. We'll cover at Tewatohnhi'saktha through our program, we'll cover 15 hours per week for the student, revolving around the student schedule. It's a maximum of 15 weeks per semester. And what's really cool about it is that the schedule is pretty flexible. So, you know, the students can work around their schedule. And it's also really flexible for the employer as well, which is really helpful to them. As part of the program, we cover the minimum wage, the minimum hourly wage for the students, as well as the MERCs, like the EI and stuff like that, that goes into the program for the students' pay. So I guess we'll jump into a few questions that we had prepared. So I'll put it out to the students first. So how has the Mentor Student Intern Program helped you in choosing your career?
Yeah, so it's helped me in many ways. I would say the main way that has helped me is given me the ability to explore different types of work. Not only have I done the program under the Ambassadors Program, I've also done it under the Kahnawake Youth Center, where I was the social media manager. So having those two types of experiences where I've managed the social media for an organization and then also worked with budgets and event planning and a whole bunch of different things like that with the Ambassadors Program has given me a good base and a good understanding of how different types of work and organizations run. So I would say in that way, it's sort of given me the opportunity to explore and sort of push me in different directions depending on what I felt I liked the most and what suited me the best.
That's awesome. How about you, Belle?
Yeah, for me, kind of similar to the Tahothoratie, like it allowed me to do different things and explore kind of what I want to do. When I was in CJUP, I was in general social science, so I wasn't really too sure where I wanted to go next for university. So through the ambassador program and the mentor program, it allowed me to kind of realize, okay, this is kind of the capacity I want to work is with working with people, helping others, like, and doing that kind of stuff. So that led me to go into human relations at Concordia. And then through my studies, it also led me to be asked to come work at Tewatohnhi'saktha for the youth programs assistant. So it kind of just interconnected all together, which is really cool. And ultimately, the experience I'm getting from the program is really hands-on, and it's gonna help me with my future career.
That's cool. And what's really cool about the program is that ideally, sometimes students will change employers throughout, or change positions at least throughout their years in post-secondary, and it gives them a chance to work in so many different fields, like what the Tahothoratie and Belle had just talked about. Yeah, so did you guys have any questions for us so far?
Yeah, so I have one question. So what kind of impact has the Mentor Student Intern Program had on your organization and services?
You want to throw this out to Tanu first?
Sure, absolutely. I think we saw the Mentor the Intern program as an ideal fit to support our initiative for the Indigenous ambassadors at Champlain. I thought it was a great opportunity in our efforts to respond to the needs of the students, the Indigenous students attending Champlain, in creating the ambassador program so that they could be future mentors and leaders for new students that are orientating into their first year of college. Also to the work that they do for building cultural awareness, cultural competency, to be a resource for students and staff and faculty in promoting Indigenous values, perspectives, ways. I think was really important for us in promoting that at the college. Thanks.
That's awesome. And I guess for us to help answer your question too, Belle, you've been a big help. She's been overseeing some of our programs, making sure that, over the summer, she was taking care of the Kahnawake Summer Student Employment Program, which she's been continuing now, finishing things up. So for us, it's really just been assistance and making sure that we continue our services to the community of Kahnawake. I guess we'll jump to another question that we had. So I'll throw it out to the students. How has the Mentor Student Intern program helped you in your post-secondary experience?
For me personally, it has helped a lot because you get paid for your positions, so it kind of adds like a little bit of an incentive, like okay, like a little bit extra bonus, like cash in your pocket. Being a student can get pricey at times with traveling to school. So just kind of like having like that little extra money does go a long way. Also, while I was at Champlain, the Massey program allowed us to create the ambassador program, as we said, and that created a lot of sense of community that was missing in the school for me personally. So, Dr. Rajay, I can pass this question to you now.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as Belle said. Something that we talk about a lot in the ambassadors program is how we were able to build that community for the Indigenous students, and I think that's has had the biggest impact on me. I felt really isolated at the start of my experience in the post-secondary system, and the program allowed us to make a community within our school that really helped not only me but other students that are coming into the program and now are being part of the program.
That's awesome. Well, do you guys have any other questions for us?
Yeah, I have one. So what is your favorite part of being a supervisor / mentor that participates in the Massey program?
Cool, I'll take this one first. I guess for me, it's been really helpful for me because I am a new supervisor at Tewatohnhi'saktha, so it really gave me a chance to gain some supervisory skills in the organization. And also for us, it really helps to sort of keep a pulse on the, keep our finger on the pulse for the students to see what they want, what's in, what they're looking for. Because if we always have the same, people working at the office and we never have anyone new coming in, we never know what's out there. So it's good to have students come in, like our heads up students in the summer, our mentor student interns in the fall and the winter, really just to make sure that we're keeping in tune with the youth in Kahnawake, because that's a big target for our clientele, is making sure that we engage with the youth. And it's really been a big help in that sense.
For us, it was certainly the aspect of identifying the needs of the students at Champlain to ensure that that their services and that their needs are attained to. I think that was one of the greatest learning experiences on my end. To be able to sit down and listen to the group, listen to the students, and hear their challenges and hear the daily routines and struggles that they were going through. And I think Tahothoratie had touched on a few, the isolation. So we talk about the challenges and then we want to find solutions to the challenges. And I think what's really great is when we come up to the solutions and we implement the solutions and find ways to create the Indigenous Resource Center and then look at other things that's a challenge is per se like the French language. So we look at that and we build strategies around ensuring that the French department is, conscious of the reality in Ganawagi with the French language, putting solutions in place for tutoring, and then bringing it even further where we can actually affect policy changes within the college system as an ultimate goal. I think those are the great benefits of working with these students.
That's awesome. Really good stuff from everybody. I guess we'll sort of finish things up. I think the students had one more question for us.
Mainly for your TANU. So would you recommend the Massey program? So why and why not?
Absolutely. We promoted actually this program at an event last year to the communities of the AFNQL, specific to employment and training sector, to promote the Mentor the Intern program that Tewatohnhi'saktha offers. And we were encouraging other communities to look at your model and possibly include it within their services.
That's awesome. And then just to finish things up for the students, what's the best thing about being a mentor student intern, being part of the Mentor Student Intern Program?
I just wanted to say that, I think one of the biggest parts and the things that I enjoyed the most about the program is actually having connections with other people. We end up working with many different people in different organizations, and creating those connections around the community and beyond is a really important part and a really cool part of the program. And also allowing the students to have a voice in different organizations. And luckily enough, my voice was able to put out in the post-secondary system where I feel I've been able to make a big change. And for that, I'm really grateful.
Cool. How about you, Belle?
Yeah, so the Tahothoratie kind of stole what I said. So basically what I like about the program is that it really allows us to network with so many different people. Not only are you networking with the other students, but also the employers, especially as right now as the youth programs assistant, I have to be in contact with all the different employers we have under this program and the students. So I like that aspect about it. And then kind of just how it gives you really hands-on experience that employers look for when you're applying for your first job ultimately.
That's awesome. So I want to thank everyone for coming in and talking with us. We are taking applications right now, so you can contact me or Belle. So my email is roiahtate.horn@kedc.biz, and Belle is bell.phillips@kedc.biz. We'll put everything in the video below. And we are taking applications right now for winter 2021. And I guess we'll be taking applications until approximately January 15th. So get in touch with us now before the holidays or even after the holidays. Okay, now everybody, and I want to wish everyone stay safe out there. And thanks for having us. And thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for having me.
No.
Oh, thank you.